Yeah, we listened to the song. No, we're not walking. I walked for 4 years. But I wrote the song. I paid the wonderful Ron Jackson, seven-string guitarist, to play the song. And it motivates me. And y'all can get this song off YouTube for free to motivate you to exercise because it sure worked for me. Now I use the vibration plate, but that's New York talk. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Kind of like this. Leaning back, chilling. When usually I be walking. Yeah. They cut me up until I'm just a nose. Now I'd say that about my vibration plate. If I don't vibrate, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just the nose. Thanks, new subscribers. Thanks, old subscribers. Thank y'all for coming and getting these numbers and this message. Well, this message is going to be a hot message because I wrote down all the things. Well, it's only one, two, three, four, five. And as I was getting ready, I shook the numbers and I said, "Oh, I wanted to make it not so light in here. It looks really light, but it's not." So I said, "Let me pull up a number so I can see if I can read it when I do the shake." And I pulled up the number 11, which is very powerful. Okay, so and it affirms what I'm getting ready to share with y'all. We're gonna be on here long, anyway. Hey, thanks for coming through. Hey, Duke and Dad. I'm a human being. Does that count? I'm a human being and a granny and a loving person. Does that count? I care about people. Does that count? The dude and Dad? Okay, so, hey, JJ Nestor, King Vaughn. Well, wait a minute. This is not Sunday night prayer meeting. We finna talk about numbers. We're talking about numbers, things that are greater than. Okay? So, okay. All right. So we're going for that. That's the way we're going. I'm not doing prayer meeting. Okay. So here we go. Like I said, I wanted to see if I would be able to see the numbers. So the first number came up. It was 11, and I was perplexed. I was like, should I put it back? It looked a little worn because it came up a lot at the first of the year. So I just colored it and I said, you know what, we're going to keep this number. All right. So, few things we're going to talk about. I want to say honors, honors, honors to um, Asata Shakur. I knew her as Joanne Chesimard. And I heard her name back in the 60s because I was like 11, 12, 13 in the 60s. And fighting for rights, African Americans. There was the Black Liberation Army, the Black Panther Party. There was this black school organization. So, and she was part of that. And now, where I am, knowing how these folks lie, she was lied on. I see it here very clearly. All right. So, honor to her. She passed away, but her energy came back home because she could only come back here as energy. She could not come here as a body because the lie they told on her, she would never be able to clear it up. Yeah. So, okay, so that's one. Now, two is um I can't mention the group's name because this government has said that you can't mention that group's name. And I don't know if I say it, maybe I'll blink off. Antifa. Okay. Now, this is what the numbers made clear to me. Remember, I'm interpreting the numbers because Tamika business is coming along wonderfully, superbly. And that's what I wanted for her. Tamika has been reading my numbers be free for a year and a half, and after she read every number, I was like, "Oh, please let her business pick up. Oh, please let her make money. Oh, please." Guess what? In the middle of us doing numbers, Tamika's business picked up. And the numbers told me her number was going to pick up, that I'd have to carry on the messages. And what I do is interpret the numbers through observation. So, anyway, getting back to that. Now, I learned that was the NAACP for white people. I wish they had put it out there like that. They put it out there like it was black against white, black against white. No, that organization was to make sure no totalitarian, no nothing can come here and step on white people. Dang, even black people understand that. Even black people understand that. You have a right to make sure this government don't treat you like shit, no matter what color your skin is. And if it happens to be white, no, you ain't gonna do it. And they had an organization to protect y'all. But then the government got rid of it. So they're gone. But here's the thing. Again, the numbers from this week. The NAACP is next. There's different Puerto Rican groups, stuff like that. And all it is to make sure that we don't get back into enslavement. Like Antifa was like, you're not going to go back into fascism, uh, treating us like shit, making us join your service, your army and stuff like that, throwing us here. It ain't going to happen. So I'm on Asada Shakur. I'm on Antifa because now ain't nothing gonna stop them. As you see, they're going into Portland. So they wouldn't have gone into Portland if Antifa was still there because Antifa said, no, we don't play that. But the people do what the people do. Okay, moving on. Now, this is how I wound up picking up the 11 because, okay, now, y'all know it's harvest time, right? All your good works and everything you do, and that's why y'all need to play these numbers, because everything you do, it's time for you to reap what you sowed. And if your harvest is good and you want to pick money, then here, I'm going to have some numbers for you in the shake. But I brought that up to say, again, I'm responsible for interpreting the numbers that I pulled last week. As a matter of fact, how about what I need to get to is the numbers, telling y'all what the numbers was from last week. Okay. Last week's numbers was 2, 51, 64, 49, 62, and 57. That was last week's numbers. So this is what I'm getting. Everything I'm sharing with you now is what happened this week, but I can connect it to the numbers. Anyway, so I look at on YouTube. I love YouTube because I just like looking at a variety of stuff. I was so stifled just watching all that. Again, the same thing. Again, the same thing. Honey, on YouTube, everybody doing something different every day, every second, and I love it. I'm there for it. Anyway, so I noticed my favorite show is My Nepali Village. They live up in the Nepali hills, and they're farmers, and they're just regular folks. But what drew me to it was after the last time y'all put the thing in, I don't want to hear English or anything like that. I wanted something more positive. So this week, all of a sudden I'm looking at it, and I know it's harvest time. They got stacks of corn. Hey y'all, thanks for coming. They got stacks of corn all over. They have harvested. The upstairs balcony, they tie it up and they string it over and they let it dry. And it corn for rows. Downstairs, they do the same thing. Corn for rows. They even, thanks to YouTube, they got a place up over them. And it has another balcony. And all you can see is all this corn drying. And then, of course, it's harvest time. You see them making popcorn. I love it. They heat the corn up, the kids, and then also they gotta grind the corn. So now you see the kids, and I said to myself, now see, Duke Dad, I don't know. I call that the wonder of the earth. The earth will always provide, and that's the message I got this week with all the numbers. Those are poor farmers up in the hill. And they put, well, they have enough for it. They also use the corn to make wine. But I ain't want to judge. I enjoy watching them. I have been looking at them for over 5 years. So, yeah, it's called Minor Poly Village. But harvest came. And they reaped very, 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 very well. And I said the message I got to tell y'all is, honey, it's harvest time. Y'all get what you want. You reap, you harvest, you sow this summer. You are going to get, in spring and in summer, you are going to get your abundance. Do not put into your head shortages. That's not true. Abundance. Don't let all this talk, tariff, not tariff, this, that, blah, blah. And see, that's why the 11 came up. It already had back what I was going to say before I said it. Abundance, y'all. Abundance is what the numbers is telling me to tell y'all. Harvest. Harvest. Ask for it. Want it. See yourself with it. See yourself holding it in your hand or sitting behind it in the car or standing in the bank line with it in your pocket. Abundance. Abundance is what the numbers has told me this week, y'all. I hope y'all played the numbers. You know I ain't never going to ask. I'm never going to ask. I know that before I did it openly with you guys, I used to do it on the walk during the African American holidays. And I would share it with my friends. And I noticed that, there was a lot more friends when I started than where I'm at now. And I see it as, if you win, you don't got to give me nothing. I don't want nothing from you. I never did this for money. Even like I said when I did pour the libation, I did it for the message. So I don't even ask. I don't ask my sister. I don't ask anyone. Did your number come out? I mean, I play it every now and again. I don't go out the house much, so Anyway, so where am I at now? Yes, so it's harvest time, y'all. So you're gonna get what you reap. You're gonna sow what you reap. Reap what you sow. And let's get ready. So, as I told y'all, we're going to go to Denmark, Vesey. And that's what Denmark, Vesey is saying. Abundance. Abundance. Even in the worstest of times. Even when it looked like it ain't nothing. It is a lot. The earth always gives. And that's the message I got from my apologists. They got corn everywhere. They done mushed it. They done soured it. And before that, this week, they had just harvested a crop of potatoes. They was boiling potatoes. They was currying potatoes. They was potatoes. And I kept saying, wow. But that's abundance. Abundance, y'all. Okay. So, that's it for me. We got our first number, 11. It's a very powerful number. Let me show it to you. This is what I said. I was like, oh, I'm trying to keep it dim down here. I'm trying to keep it dark. So, I need to see if I can read the numbers when I pull it out. And this is the first thing I pulled out. 11. And I said, oh my goodness, look how this looks. Oh my God. Because it's about 2 years old. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my God. And then I went and I did this. So I said, I'm going to keep it. So the first number is 11, y'all. Tamika will be happy to hear this. 11, y'all. Very powerful. We live in abundance. Uh-oh. I done dropped the 11. Anyway. We know it's 11. I just don't know where it went. So that's going to be the bigger one. I got to find it. All right, here we go. We're going to shake it. Our first number is 11. Okay, our second number, okay, is 54. It probably slid right under this walker, but I'm going to get that 11. Yes, indeed. But that's our first number. Our second number is 54. Wow. See, I saw this, and I remember in numerology, 5, 4, 9 beginnings. And now, last time, consecutive. The numbers started doing consecutive. Either it would be, like now, it's 54, 53, which is 8. 9, 8, 54, So that's what we got so far. So we got 11 that fell off and slid under the walker that I got to get. And then we have 54 and 53. Now I have a leak on my post for Tamika's product called Hormonal, because I still send the numbers to her, because you never know when it applies to her or not. So remember, we got the 11 that started it. We got 54, 53, and 3. That's a good high-low. 11 low, 53, 54 high, 53 high, and then the number 3, which is, we see in 3, we got double 3s. Okay. So, yeah. And then our next number is 40. I'm still looking for that number 11. I gotta lift up this whole treadmill part to get the number. 40. So we have 11, 54, 53, 3, and 40. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last number, y'all. $27. So, the numbers are, get your pad and paper, it's harvest time, y'all. It's harvest time. What do you want? The ground is giving. The ground is saying, here, here, Take it, take it, take it. Y'all be there to take it. 11, 54, 53, 3, 40, and 27. Those are your Denmark Veseys. 6-number shake. I want to thank all of y'all coming through. Duke the Dad, the JJ Nestor. Thank y'all all for coming by, stopping in, and saying hi to me. I appreciate y'all. Get these numbers. Now, okay, before we go. Now, 11 was the beginning. So the first two sets will be 11, 54. Then your next two sets will be 53, 3. And then we go to 40, 27. So you got 3 numbers, and then 4 numbers. And that's what you get your harvest with. 11, 54, 53, 3, 40, and 27. And last week's numbers, I interpreted, is abundance. Abundance. Harvest time. Get yours. Get yours. Don't worry about all this around you. Get yours. Thanks for coming to getting the numbers. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll see you next week, Saturday. Thanks for coming to the Shake.